So Rabbi Bar-Hayim was originally invited and attended some of these things, meeting with them and all that. And his reasons for not uh, collaborating with them of late are well known. He's put out videos about why. He felt that, for example, they were getting too bogged down in like trivial matters, like the kashrus of tuna fish cans and things like that, not big stuff. In recent years, I've seen they're actually taking charge of these things. They're actually more focused on temple related issues. And I've even become familiar with some of them and been observing what they've been doing. And I'm not as opposed as he is. I think that there's still criticisms, but they're really trying to do basic English related things and really take charge. So I think they've taken that lesson to heart. They're not getting bogged down in trivial matters. Problem is, no one's listening to them. Yeah, and they now have pretty serious people in it. Rav Mahmoud, for example, is involved with them, and Rabbi Abergel. And hold on, and they do give a form of smicha. God favors those who just step up and do things. That's why He chose Aaron, David, Yisrael, Avram Avinu. Okay, but some people are gifted with leadership and they are dynamic. They have charisma, so they're able to do it. They're lacking, I think they're lacking just a proper leader. They're lacking a leader, but they have their hearts in the right places, and now at least they have the direction that they want to go in. They have quite a few people. It's just they don't have that leader. Okay, they have one guy who's a leader of them. He's a good mover and shaker, and he's inspired, but he's not like a leader of men. And that's sometimes the case, that the leader of Sanhedrin wasn't necessarily a natural leader. There's different facets of leadership. We've seen Am Yisrael, Moshe Rabbeinu wore all the crowns. He even had a crown of Kohen Gadol that he had to give over to his brother. So he had crown of kingship, crown of Torah, crown of Kohen Gadol, And a man like King David had two crowns, right? Eli, the Kohen Gadol, had two crowns. Technically three crowns at a time. So he was able to do it, but you have to hold on to it. He was lacking a certain thing that God said, I would have made you, a great house, but your sons are, totally flopping. And then the same thing happened to Shmuel Navi, who wore two of the crowns, except for Kahuna, but he basically made it that he himself could offer korbanos. He was the one given the message from God, Heter Bamos. And he thought he's starting something. Instead, he was told by the people, your sons are not qualified. Were his sons nobodies? You know who Shmuel Navi's grandson was? It was Asaph. Okay? No, sorry, Haman. I get confused between them. What is it? Look it up over here. I think it was Asaph or Haman. Let me look it up. Was his grandson through his son Yoel. And he was one of the major psalmists in King David's time, right? Right? Say yes. Yeah, it was Haman. Okay. See? And Yedutun is Eitan, and he's from Merari. So you have to, some people combine real good leadership. Yeshua never had the crown of kahuna, but he had crown of Torah and crown of kingship. So, and some people are Nevi'im also. So you have to find someone who has all the right facets there. And the current Sanhedrin doesn't have someone who's recognized as the greatest rabbi in Israel, which they should have. The Nasi should be the greatest Rav. And they should appoint, which is saying I told them, they need to appoint a political leader. If not one of their own, then someone who can wear the crown of Malchus, which they don't have. So until they have that type of person, who could be a Torah scholar and should be a Torah scholar, but does not have to be like the greatest sage, like later kings of Yehuda. They weren't necessarily the greatest Torah scholar of their time. Who was chosen to be the successor to Shlomo HaMelech? Unfortunately, Yeravam, right? Because also Yeravam was a Rosh Sanhedrin. He had a crown of Torah, and God gave him what? Crown of kingship, and told him, if you make good on this, I'll make you a great house just like David HaMelech. And instead, what did he do? He tried to take David HaMelech's crown also, and he took the crown of Kahuna. And that would result in his annihilation. So we need to find the right people to wear the right crowns. We need to find the right crown of Kahuna also. Who's going to be Kohen Gadol when this happens? You need a Kohen Gadol to go forward with anything. You can't have Korban Pesach without a properly appointed Kohen Gadol wearing the tzitz, right? Who gets to decide who the Kohen Gadol is? We saw there was a big machlokas there. How are they going to decide such a thing? So these are what we're lacking. We're lacking leadership. We're lacking enough people. Thank God we're growing a new generation who want these things, but we're lacking it.